Hello artists! So today I want to talk to you about a different type of art technique called quilling. Quilling has been around for ages and I am not the master quiller, but I am going to give it a whirl and I'm going to continue working on this American flag that I started. And so what quilling involves is just, your paper is sculptural. So you need lots of strips of paper. And again, I'm doing mine since Veterans Day is coming up, and I'm doing mine like a flag. So what you're gonna need to do this is a couple things. You're gonna need the strips of paper. For the next couple classes, I'll have strips for you. If you choose to do this in the way future, you're gonna have to make your own. Additionally, you're gonna need some glue, and I'm using this craft stick as a way to apply the glue. And I'm using a skinny paintbrush, which probably doesn't make sense yet, but hold on. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put my strips of paper right along here. I'm putting a white next to a red just so I can make my stripes. And mine will not have the 13 stripes just because of size. When you're using the glue, as long as you can, do it over the paper that you're working on because it is going to slop all over. It is going to be messy. Mine's even going to be messier because my glue has a smidge of water. And this project will probably take more than one art classes, so come prepared. Know that good art just doesn't happen automatically. You got to work at it. And then I'm just going to set it down, and it's not going to dry until it's dry. It's not going to want to stay until it's dry. Sometimes you have to like put little bits of glue in between papers if they're touching. If you have a lot of like a big glue blob right there, just leave it. It'll dry. Okay, so that's one way to get your artwork started. It was actually the easiest doing the blue pieces since they're not straight, and I folded, and that L helped make it be able to stay straight. These, sometimes they want to fall, and so when I was starting these pieces and they wanted to fall over, I just put a glue bottle there to hold it for a while until I put some of my filling. So for the filled part, the easiest way to make a quilled piece of paper is to take a skinny paintbrush on the skinny part and then start rolling the paper around that. And then you could even remove the paintbrush if you'd like and do it by your hands. So there's actually lots of different shapes you could do. This is the most classic, is to roll it all the way, let it go. It almost looks like a flower, but it's a swirly whirly. And these are fun too because you could just dip them in the glue. It's way easier. Boop. And just stick it down in there. All right. But there's some other ways you can do it too. For instance, in addition to just curling, you could curl half of it one way and then curl half of it the other way. So for this one though, you will need to use your little stick as a plier and just kind of slop it on the edges. Doesn't have to be everywhere, just still put a pretty good amount. Plop, 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 slop, slop. Okay, and then you could put it down wherever you think you'd like it. And again, it has to dry. Make sure you write your name before you get started on a lot of these. So other things that you could do, I mean, again, there's way more than I'm showing you. Some people like to just put the glue and then stick it on there, except I find that the paper wants to snap away. But you can try it. You could wrap it around something larger, like your finger, and see what technique that does. You could let it go and then pinch aside to make it more something. So there's lots of different ways you could fill the space, and I don't really like that. And keep playing, have fun, but the more you add, the better it's going to look. So don't cheat yourself by just adding a few here and there because you wanted to make an American flag. Take your time, spend days on it. And then here, I thought about just doing a lot of the rolled ones, although this ended up being kind of cool. And then the white negative space in the center could represent your stars, or I could even color down in there with yellow something. Anyway, everybody, that's quilling. Have fun. You don't have to make a flag, but it is pretty cool. Okay,